Call to order the Village of Hazel Crest regular board meeting at 7:24. Pledge of Allegiance, Trustee Slayton.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Clerk, roll call, please.
Trustee Grant.
Here.
Trustee Moore. Here. Trustee Ramsey.
Present.
Trustee Reyes.
Here.
Trustee Rogers.
Here.
Trustee Slayton.
Here.
President Osbury.
Here we have a quorum. Prayer, please.
Good evening.
Lord, you said in all our ways, as we acknowledge you, that you would direct our path. We thank you today for all of our officials that are here. Lord, we thank you for the wisdom and the knowledge and the understanding that you have bestowed upon them. Ask that you will continue to bless us with peace and tranquility as we continue to go through our paths and the direction that you have given to us. Then, God, we recognize every individual, every resident, every business owner that is here tonight. Ask that you would bless us, you would bless our children, you would bless our homes, you would cover us, you would cover the city of Hazel Crest right now. We ask, God, that you would keep us all from harm and danger, and that you would continue to give us the things and the will that we would need to make things happen in this city. We pray a special blessing right now upon our president. I ask you to continue to lead him and guide him and give him the wisdom, the knowledge, and understanding that he would need to continue to allow Hazel Crest to soar above other communities. In Jesus' name we pray all of these blessings, and everyone say amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Any consideration for possible remote participation?
None.
Any correspondence?
No.
Mayor's report. June 22nd, I attended the South Suburban Mayors and Managers Big Shoe Program, where Penn Dewitt was honored with a award for leadership for their business in the Southland. On June 23rd and 24th, I attended, along with the village manager, Donna Gaden, the South Suburban Mayors and Managers Executive Board retreat, where we discussed the reorganization and the efficiency and effectiveness of South Suburban Mayors and Managers. On July the 4th, I attended Hazel Crest Village Park District fireworks. This was the first time almost in 20 years that the Village of Hazel Crest, along with the Park District, has worked together to have fireworks on the 4th of July. I want to thank the Park District for their cooperation, of their board, and their president. We have hundreds of residents, families, and friends who attended. It was a great success. The police department provided outstanding traffic control before and after the event, along with the interns who provided the services of actually crowd control. On July the 5th, 2017, June 17th, I had a meeting with 12 mayors from the Southland, along with Cook County Commissioners Deborah Sims, Moody, and Stanley Moore, concerning the new requirements of the Cook County Class 8 tax break that we have been getting for over the years, and the negative effect that the new elements added on to the Class 8 is having on the Southland. That meeting is about 2 hours to actually discuss the negative effects on some of the villages who have multi-million-dollar projects going on, which have come to a halt due to the Class 8 adjustment made by the commissioners. And it not only went into effect this year, it was retroactive, and so it's affecting a lot of the projects and the movement of some things that's going on in the Southland. The Class 8 tax break was specifically developed for the Southland to help with economic development. The following day, July 6th, met again with the commissioners, along with Commissioner Gaynor, who was the originator of the Class 8 changes. We had a lively discussion, And we're going to attend the Cook County Board's July the 19th board meeting to ask for a full repeal of the Cook County Class 8 adjustment. And then on July 7, 2017, attended South Suburban Mayors and Managers Executive Board meeting. That's the end of my report. Mr. Manager.
Thank you. I just want to give one update. We are in audit mode now. The new auditors, Whipley, will begin their audit July 31st through August 11th. We have a tight deadline where we're trying to get everything done much quicker this year than has been done in the last couple of years. And so in the next couple of weeks, you will see more accountants here helping us prepare the 3-page document of all of the items that they want us to present to them. And then as soon as we get everything right after July 31st, then you will just start seeing the one accountant. But just in case you come in and you see that there are 3 other accountants sitting here, we're preparing for the audit so that we can get it done timely. And then there were a couple of meetings, the executive board meeting that you mentioned, I was in attendance to that, and one other meeting that you mentioned, I think the Cook County.
Cook County.
Yes.
Yeah, the
And
second
that's my
one.
report, yeah, the second one.
Yeah.
That's my report.
Thank you. Legal. Police.
Mr. Mayor, trustees, citizens, department heads, a couple things. First of all, I may be coming before the board later this month at the next meeting to have an ordinance considered. I attended a meeting today with the executive staff for the state's attorney's office. We met downtown, and as many of you may have heard, the state's attorney's office will not be prosecuting certain suspended license violations, misdemeanor violations. They won't be prosecuting that anymore. And it kind of made for an uproar in the law enforcement arena. But after getting more details on it, they may not be prosecuting it any longer, but we as a village can prosecute it. So it's not going away. And actually, the way that they explained it to us today, it actually will be written under local ordinance, which would mean that the fines that people would pay anyway, instead of going to the county and to the state, would end up coming to the village. So, but in order for that to happen, there may need to be an ordinance in place. So I have to look and see what we have right now. And I'll talk to the village manager, and if necessary, then I'll be having her bring that before the board for consideration. So that would allow us to operate as usual, because this is going into effect in August, so it's happening right away. So we need to make sure we're in position to be in compliance so that we can not drop the ball on that whole process. And then quickly, National Night Out is August 1st. The format for National Night Out is going to be, we're meeting at the fire station on 175th Street. It's going to be at 6 o'clock. We do have posters and flyers that will be going out. We have our interns who will be putting the word out. It'll be on the website. It'll be on the police department's Facebook page, and we got a lot of great events planned for that evening. Once again, it'll start at 6 o'clock. It'll be at the fire station. And then during the weekend for Hazelnut Festival, that Saturday morning on the 5th, we will be holding our 5K run, walk, bike against violence. And it'll start off in the Dynasty Lake subdivision. There are registration forms in the lobby. The registration form is also going to be posted on the village website. It's going to be $20 for adults, $10 for young people 18 and under. There'll be a t-shirt included in that, and it's going to be a great event. We're going to be run, walking, and biking against violence. That's all I have, Mr. President.
Thank you. Public Works.
Yes. I'm going to have to go back a little and give you a little review.
Okay.
Back in June 1st, we actually had 2 sewer collapses. One was over on 16700 block of Bulger in the alley. It ended up being 8 feet of sanitary sewer pipe that we replaced. We were brought in, contractor Sunset Plumbing. They have done all our deep digs, and they're qualified in this field. The second one was June 13th, which was 168th and Shea, between Shea and Dixie in the alley. That one we ended up replacing 78 feet of pipe and 2 house taps. The same Sunset Plumbing did the work for us. We assisted them with it. So that's, right now, the only thing we have left is just to repave the alley, and we're looking to getting some bids to do that. Also, June 24th, we helped Inspectional Services. We had an empty lot on 16700 block of Western. We cut down the trees, removed the foundation. They had a wooden porch or deck on the back, and we put in a dumpster, and they had it covered with dirt. Lately, we've been filling potholes, asphalt patching. We're 98% done with our dig restorations from water breaks and hydrant replacements, all from last fall. Continuing our grass cutting. Carl and his seasonal, I guess you want to call it seasonal kids, and the summer help kids have finished this in front of the village hall. He's just waiting on, I think, planter boxes for it.
The trash can.
Oh, and the trash cans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
One note, our sweeper went down on us right before the 4th of July, so it is in for repairs. So we were halfway through sweeping proper, so as soon as we get it back, that will be finished up in that area. And our creek cutting is continuing with Thornton Equipment. They're doing all the creek work, cutting all. They do a little whole pass through the whole town.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Great. Inspectional Services.
Good evening, everyone. I have one item. I'm pleased to report with the village manager's support that Inspection Service Department's petition to tear down 6 properties through the fast-track demo process. The candidates for the demo process are located in several subdivisions, 2 in Pot Hills, 2 in the proper area, 1 in the Highlands, and 1 in Pacesetters. The fast-track demo process will help stabilize communities, reduce crime, and reduce homeowners association fees. That's all I have. Oh, one more item. If you see this sign, this is the sign in front of our 6 properties. So if you see that sign, you know that the village is working to help stabilize those communities. That's it, sir.
Thank you.
So does that sign mean that that property is going to be torn down?
Right, and we get, it's during the fast track process, they get 30 days to find an owner or someone interested in the property. Otherwise, the village will go ahead and proceed with demolition.
You know, one other question, would that sign attract, excuse me, not attack, but attract people, people to come in and stay in those properties?
Not really. Someone may come and show interest in the property.
Okay. No, I'm just saying that, sometimes, you have people that, squatters that come in and stay in those properties, and I thought,
We'll keep an eye out.
Okay, I just want to be sure. All right.
How fast, you get 30 days, and after the 30 days,
We can start disconnection of the utilities. Any asbestos abatement that has to be done, we can start the process after that.
okay. And what about the house that's, I see it's on this list, the one that's already burned?
That's a little different case because we were already in contact with the insurance agency. So John Murphy is helping us get in contact with the owner of that.
Thank you. Thank you. Fire.
Human Services, no report.
Human Services, I'm sorry. Human Resources. When it turned blue, I can't see. Glasses on.
Thank you, Mr. President, Board of Trustees.
Well, you had a
Madam
report
Manager.
anyway, so it worked out.
Oh, my goodness. I only have 2 updates. As everyone knows, the Illinois House actually increased personal income tax. Well, of course, the House overrode the governor. So there's a personal income tax increase that goes to 4.9%. That's up from 3.75%. There's also a corporate income tax increase that goes to 7% from 5.25%. Just so you know, that is retroactive to July 1st. So Paylocity is actually working, our payroll system, working to ensure that that gets input, I'm sorry, effective Friday, but it is retro to July 1st. So you will see an increase, personal income tax increase, sorry. Second thing, web time implementation update. we are back on track with the web time implementation, and that's the module where we will be able to log in, to our payroll to actually clock in and out, for all of our employees, regular employees, exempt, full-time, part-time, the whole gamut. It had been on hold for a little bit, but we got the okay from the village manager back about a month and a half ago now to move forward. But in that time, Paylocity actually assigned to us a new consultant to work with. So we're moving forward. I do want to say that although the board did approve the fees associated with this last year, we have not been charged anything, and we will not be charged anything until this implementation is complete. So we actually had the initial contact call with the new consultant, or I did, not we, back on June 29th. I had admin training yesterday to kind of refresh, about how to go about toggling between web pay and web time. Very interesting. It was about a 2-hour training. I'm scheduled for a database delivery training actually next week on the 18th, and what that entails is moving over all of the info for the current employees into web time. We have our first live punch that is scheduled for August 16th, so that is the day of the second half of the pay period for August. It's the first day, 16th, so that's when we're expecting everybody to be prepared to start logging in and out, whether it's on their laptop, their desktop, their iPad, or even their mobile, whether it's village issued or personal. Again, we will still have a geographic barrier, so no one will be able to log in and out when they're at home. We have the first payroll process that will result as the end result of all this work. So we got the live punch on the 16th. We have already gone over our rules for the system, because of course the system has to be told what to do when a fireman punches in or when a police officer punches in, what that counts in terms of overtime or holiday. So all those different rules are now in the system, and so we'll do our first payroll process actually on August 28th and in anticipation for August 31st. The second payroll process, they will work with me again on September 12th for the September 15th payroll, and then the third payroll process, the very last one, which we hope will be the perfect one, and we will have worked out all the kinks, will happen on September 26th for the September 30th pay date. That's all I have.
Thank you. Community and business development.
Good evening. I would like to let everyone know that on Saturday, July 22nd, Representative Will Davis is having a community shred day and electronics recycling at his office at 1912 West 174th Street in East Hazel Crest. There's a small fee for televisions, but if you're interested, contact Representative Will Davis' office on Saturday the 22nd. On Saturday, July 29th, the village is holding a village-wide yard sale. We're asking participants to sell, they're selling from their own home, but it's free, you don't have to have a permit. So that's Saturday, July 29th for the village. Saturday, August 4th, 5th, and 6th is the Hazel Crest Festival, Parade, and Chicken Wing Cookout. We're having our first Chicken Wing Cookout. That's a $10 entry fee.
Cook-off.
Cook-off. Not out, off. $10 entry fee, and there will be a first, second, and third prize trophy given to the best top 3. We're basing it on presentation and taste. So anybody that's interested in participating in the cookout, we have registration forms at the front desk. Also say August 11th, the Veterans Commemorative is having their coming home black tie affair at Idlewild Country Club. And anybody's interested, we have invitations in the front, or you could call me at extension 106. That ends my report. Okay, thank you.
Also, July 29th at Hazel Crest, Country Club Hills, the amphitheater. It's Hazel Crest Day at the Country Club Hill Amphitheater on July the 29th. Jeffrey Osborne and who else is playing? Freddie Jackson. So we want to fill the place up for Hazel Crest Day. It also helps our neighbor in Country Club Hills. And so last year, we sold the place out. It was the highest attendance that they had for the whole year, ever. So we'd like to do that again, July 29th, Country Club Hills. Economic development? No report. Okay. At this time, can we open up for public participation for items on the agenda?
Move that we open up public participation for items on the agenda only.
I second it.
Been moved by trustee Ramsey, second by trustee Reyes, to open up for public participation for items on the agenda. All's in favor?
Aye.
Good evening. I just wanted to stand before you briefly again to just let you know that the Hazel Crest Village President's Bridge Program is underway. We're in about our second week of the program. The program will commence on August the 4th, but we have been granted the permission to use Mae Jemison School by Dr. Patterson of the superintendent for District 144. And so right now we have an enrollment of 21 children. They are having a great time. We've implemented this year for the first time of the program, a STEM program. And so we're teaching science, technology, English, reading, the whole 9 yard, math, the whole 9 yards. And we actually have a theme. And our theme for this year's program is based on the book, in the movie, Hidden Figures. And so that's being incorporated into the curriculum. The children are reading the book, and every assignment is based upon that. And then at the end, we'll go, of course, to the movies to see it, or maybe perhaps have it here, I believe is what we're going to do. So Monday and Tuesday, they are being taught the basic curriculum. On Wednesdays, we have, we're finishing up with reading on Wednesday mornings, and then Wednesday afternoon, one of our own residents, Bob Belanda, and the Youth Commission have come in and helped us to do a peace circle. So it gets the youth talking about things that are on their mind and things that they're having problems with. So it gets them engaged. It gets them talking about peer pressure and things of that sort. So they're having a great time doing that on Wednesdays. And then each and every Thursday, they're out of the area. They're going to Google. They're going to the planetarium, to the Shed Aquarium, to the Museum of Science and Industry, and one other trip that they're taking. But we're out of the area on Thursday, so we're teaching them all types of things during that time. And then on Friday, each and every Friday from 9 a.m. to 12, they're here again. And then Dr. Ratliff is actually doing a boot camp with them, where she's actually getting their mindsets turning and engaged and start to thinking about college. So she's initiating a college boot camp during that time. And so they're doing their own, they're doing a lot of different things that just kind of gets them ready for that. And then the last hour of that time, they're with our cable studio staff, who is helping them to create their own pieces that they'll share with the community as it relates to what they've learned, and then the different interworkings of the cable station. So they're having the time of their lives. We thank you for the opportunity. We have 4 slots left. If there's anyone that has a child that's in 7th, 8th, and we've extended to 9th grade students, please make sure that they can register here at the village, or they can come to Mae Jemison, 9 o'clock in the morning, and we'll get them enrolled at that time. But we wanted to let you know that it's underway. It's moving along at a great pace. And again, thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? Any items on the agenda? Can I get a motion to close public participation?
I move that we close public participation for items on the agenda.
Second.
Moved by trustee Slayton, second by trustee Ramsey, to close public participation for items on the agenda. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Attending business. Trustee Grant.
Thank you, President Alsbury. I move to approve the regular meeting minutes of June 27th, 2017.
Second.
Moved by trustee Grant, second by trustee Moore, to approve the regular meeting minutes of June 27, 2017. Any discussion on this item? Roll call, please.
Trustee Grant,
Yes.
trustee Moore,
Yes.
trustee Ramsey,
Yes.
trustee Reeves,
Yes.
trustee Rogers,
Yes.
trustee Slayton.
Yes.
Motion carries. Trustee Moore.
Thank you, President Osbury. I motion to approve accounts payable number 18-05 dated July 11, 2017, in the amount of $231,903.74.
Second.
Been moved by trustee Moore, second by trustee Ramsey, to approve accounts payable number 18-05, dated July 11, 2017, in the amount of $231,903.74. Any discussion on this item? Roll call, please.
Trustee Grant.
Yes.
Trustee Moore.
Yes.
Trustee Ramsey.
Yes.
Trustee Reeves.
Yes.
Trustee Rogers.
Yes.
Trustee Slayton.
Yes.
Trustee Ramsey.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to adopt a resolution relating to the participation by elected officials in the Illinois Municipal Retirement Fund, IMRF.
Second.
Been moved by trustee Ramsey, second by trustee Grant, to adopt a resolution related to participation by elected officials in the Illinois Municipal Retirement Fund, IMRF. Any discussion on this item? Roll call, please.
Trustee Grant.
Yes.
Trustee Moore.
Yes.
Trustee Ramsey.
Yes.
Trustee Reeves.
Yes.
Trustee Rogers.
Yes.
Trustee Slayton.
Yes.
Motion carried. Trustee Arias.
I motion to adopt a resolution authorizing the conveyance of a certain village-owned property to the South Suburban Land Bank Development Authority, abandoned gas station, 175th and Dixie Highway.
Second.
Been moved by trustee Arias, second by trustee Moore, to adopt a resolution authorizing the conveyance of certain village-owned property to the South Suburban Land Bank Authorization, which is the abandoned gas station on 175th Street and Dixie Highway. Any discussion on this item? Roll call, please.
Trustee Grant.
Yes.
Trustee Moore.
Yes.
Trustee Ramsey.
Yes.
Trustee Reeves.
Yes.
Trustee Rogers.
Yes.
Trustee Slayton.
Yes.
Motion carries. Trustee Rogers.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to adopt a resolution setting forth the Village of Hazel Crest determination that the village has no interest in acquiring certain property owned by the Illinois State Toll Highway Authority.
Second.
Moved by trustee, excuse me, Rogers, second by trustee Slayton, to adopt a resolution setting forth the Village of Hazel Crest determination that the village has no interest in acquiring certain property owned by the Illinois State Highway Authority. Any discussion on this item?
Discussion.
Yeah.
Could the village manager explain that?
This is the bridge
Okay.
that we discussed, and we don't want to acquire that little piece of bridge.
Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Trustee Grant.
Yes.
Trustee Moore.
Yes.
Trustee Ramsey.
Yes.
Trustee Reeves.
Yes.
Trustee Rogers.
Yes.
Trustee Slayton.
Yes.
Motion carried. Trustee Slayton.
I move to approve a third-party building code company for property maintenance inspection services for the village.
Second.
Been moved by trustee Slayton, second by trustee Reyes, to approve a third-party building code company for property maintenance inspection service for the village of Hazel Crest. Any discussion on this item? Village manager?
The name of the company is BF Construction Code Services, and what they are doing is they're helping the inspectional service department do code enforcement.
How long was the contract for?
It doesn't have a time.
It doesn't have time, okay.
Any discussion on this item? Roll call, please.
Trustee Grant.
Yes.
Trustee Moore.
Yes.
Trustee Ramsey.
Yes.
Trustee Reeves.
Yes.
Trustee Rogers.
Yes.
Trustee Slayton.
Yes.
Motion carries. Trustee Grant.
Thank you, President Osbury. I move to approve a contract with Constellation New Energy for street light electricity.
Second.
Been moved by trustee Grant, second by trustee Ramsey, to approve a contract with Constellation New Energy Incorporated for street light electricity. Trustee, Madam Manager, let's go over a brief description. We talked about this last week.
Yes, you go ahead. What you have in front of you is the rates that we promised that we would give you today. And so,
good evening. My name is David Hoover. I'm with NIMAC. We've had the privilege of working with the village since 2001. We work with about 100 communities in northern Illinois. And our goal is to help you buy power, electricity, at the lowest, for your operations, at the lowest possible cost. We have gone to bid for your street light. You got 2 street lighting accounts. We've gone to bid today, and Constellation is one that bid, and they provided prices at your option to lock in rates for 1 year, 2 year, or 3 year. I think you have those before you. Just one point of clarification is if you select a multi-year price rate, you would pay that single rate for the entire term of the contract. So it's not a step down, it's a flat rate for the entire term. You'll see the prices are actually dropping, so the lowest price is a 36-month contract. So what the market is telling you is they expect rates to trend a little bit lower for street lighting anyway over the next couple of years. We would put to you the question is, which of these 3 terms is the most favorable to the village?
I think the last meeting you guys showed 3 years.
Yeah. Yes. There it is.
Thank you very much.
You bet.
Yeah, I have a question. At the last meeting, we talked about 3 years, but I thought it was for the village-wide aggregation.
It's just
Strictly
Constellation.
for the street
Just
lights?
strictly for streetlights.
Okay.
I just thought the same thing, so we read it again, because we got the aggregation come, but that has to go through the whole town. When we read it, that's when I found.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have to go back to
Yeah, I did
see
the
what we
same
did
thing.
at the last
Yeah.
meeting. Okay.
I said the same thing, Mary.
Okay, thank you.
All right, no problem.
If I can, well, I'm a salesman, so I just have to.
I know you're trying to sell to the whole town. All right. Not today, though.
We manage more electric aggregation programs in northern Illinois than anybody, so.
Okay.
We've done for many of your neighbors, so when you get to that place, if you're interested, we'd love to be able to talk to you about that as well. I know you have a
That's all right.
consultant, but we'd always love to talk to you about how we can do it.
Not a problem. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Roll call, please.
We have to vote on
We
1,
already-
2, or 3
It
years,
should
right?
be in there. We agreed to the last meeting.
Oh, only thing that you have is the new rates. That
Oh,
was
we didn't
one
put
of
it in the
In the last
thing?
meeting.
Yeah.
Because we said last meeting, 3 years.
Yeah,
Right,
it's
right.
3 years.
So do we
Okay.
still want to do that?
3 years.
Okay.
Any other questions? We're going for 3 year. Everybody's in agreement? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, roll call, please.
Trustee Grant,
Yes.
Trustee Moore,
Yes.
Trustee Ramsey,
Yes.
Trustee Reeves,
Yes.
Trustee Rogers,
Yes.
Trustee Slayton.
Yes.
Motion carried.
I do have a question. I do have something that we need to look at. In the document here, we have 3.16 as the rate, and we need to change that to 3.15.
Right.
Yeah, and they told us that whatever, the rate will be whatever he presents today. That's why he came with this sheet of paper.
Right.
Because when we talked last week, we said we were going to go with 3 year, but we actually wanted to see what it was going to be today. Because she told us it would probably drop by the time we got to this rate. So we will change it in the Context Connect.
And so that the audience knows, it's 3.154 cents.
Yeah.
I have the accounts below are included. Where do we have 19623 South Bulger?
It says, it's a alley.
That's
And
what-
19623 is not an
That's
address.
169.
And it's-
169.
Oh, okay, it's
Just a typo.
transposed?
Yeah, it's transposed.
The address.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it should be 169.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know we don't have a 196. Not that far.
And also,
not
the
that far
second one
south.
doesn't have an address. It just
We'll
says
take a look at it.
175th.
Yeah.
What we would do is actually go to all our street lights, and see if they are to the right address.
That's fine, but it needs to be just redone.
Why are these 2 particular locations singled out in here? Because isn't this for the entire village? Why are these 2 listed separately as they are? Does anyone know?
I can check for you, but some of the street lights belong to ComEd.
ComEd, yeah.
And so I can check why these 2 are singled out. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Okay.
Any other questions? Okay. Can I get a motion to open public participation? and never seen it works together.
I move that we open for public participation for any items.
Any item.
Any items.
A second.
Been moved by trustee Slayton, second by trustee Reyes, that we open for public participation. Anybody wants to speak? All's in favor?
Aye.
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
My name is Josephine Cherry. I live 3520 Burgess Drive, Michigan. I gave President Ellsbury a package, tool package, and it's called ACTS. And ACTS, I'm just gonna do briefly because he has the package. ACTS is Save Kids, and when you have kids, they do play dates. It's a leading cause of death to young children. Parents keep children safe by asking simple questions. Is there a gun where my child play? For more than a decade, ACTS, Save Kids campaign has promoted simple ideas that help keep kids safe. More than 18,000 American children and teens are injured or killed each year by guns, making firearms the second leading cause of death in young children. I'm asking for a proclamation from the village of Hazel Crest and the rest of the Southland. We usually campaign on the 27th, but I don't have a problem doing it on Night Out on Crime. To ask, you know, it needs to be asked all the time if there's a gun for my child play. In my case, it's in my grade. That's all I have to say.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
President Alsbury, members of the Board of Trustees, Manager Gaden, just want to take the opportunity to thank you for the work that we've done with the Vietnam commemorative. The village planted a seed that grew across the Southland and across Cook County. When this program started, there were 7 million living Vietnam-era veterans who did not receive the recognition that they deserved when they came home. So when President Alsbury asked me to lead that effort, I had no idea that it would spread as rapidly as it did across the Southland and through Cook County. I get calls every day, including today, from veterans who asked to be a part of our commemorative. The Department of Defense recognized us last year after the moving wall. I spoke with representative from the commemorative, and they told me this year they would be present at our event because of the work that we accomplished. So that's something that the village can be very proud of. And I thank you for having confidence in me, the trust in me to make this project a success. So that's all that I have.
You said what's going to be, the wall's going to be present? What would you say? At this event?
Going to be present.
What'd you say is going to be present? They going to be present, the committee?
The commemorative is sending a representative to the village of Hazel Crest to recognize the village for the work that we accomplished. Because we worked with everybody. Every time I write an after-action report, I list all of the people that we work with, like Cook County and Ferry State College and Decatur and all of that. So they recognize that, and that is why they're sending out a representative. They normally keep those people around Washington so they don't have to pay for travel. But they're coming here to say thank you for a job well done, and for my partner in crime in general, thank you.
I'd like to say thank Ed Rogers for actually making us aware of the commemorative, the 50-year commemorative. And when we first started off, it was just us. And once Ed Rogers got a hold of it, and we started reaching out to people. It was just unbelievable, the participation that we received from Vietnam-era vets in the area, and many of them living in the village of Hazel Crest. And during this time, how many pens have you given out so far, Ed?
We've given out over 5,000, but we've had people, during the first year, we had people come from Colorado and from everywhere. People who lived in Hazel Crest were calling, asking to come back and be participants. And all of the people that we gave the gold star to will be back as our guests at our next event.
So we've given out over 5,000 pens in the village of Hazel Crest, which is a town of 14,100. So that says a lot of what we've done. We are the ones who got the county involved, and the other communities involved. So, but I take my hat off, salute you, because without you, it would never have happened. Because you were persistent with it. And sending that information to
Ms. Rogers, you still hold me.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, ma'am.
Good evening, Board President, Trustee, and other members.
Good evening.
I come to you with thank yous this evening. First, I'd like to thank Carl and his team for cutting the grass after I came to the meeting on the second Tuesday in June. They came out the next day and they cut the grass. And it did improve the beautification of my little block in Blossmore Garden. Since then, Carl has continued to maintain the open lane on Kesey, 170th to Woodward. Fantastic job. My thing is, when you see something good going on, say something. I think a lot of times there are things that are done in the village, no one says anything, but we talk about it, but we don't come and let the board know that we do appreciate the things that you're doing in the community. So to you, I would say, keep up the good work. And again, I thank Carl and his team for helping to beautify the community. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? One thing I like to say also is Public Works and John Urbano and the group, the moving wall, that was a chore, but they got it done. And I want to thank you for that. Also, I'd like to thank the police department for reaching out to get the lights. Where we get those from?
From the Cook County Homeland Security.
Homeland Security. To actually be able to put those lights, we made it look like it was daytime for the whole 5 days. I want to thank them for their support. I want to thank the fire department for actually being involved. Chief Jackson is also a veteran from the United States Air Force, best branch in the military. And I threw that. I'm an Air Force guy. I always throw that out here. But it was a team effort by everyone. So I want to make sure I thank everyone, and I want to thank the trustees, because we had a lot of them who actually were involved. And I want to thank the seniors who made sure every day, in the morning, at lunch, and dinner, made sure that people who were there for 24 hours, because we had to have 24-hour security there, and the volunteers, the veterans who volunteered for that 24-hour security was fed every day. That was an unusual feat. And I want to thank all the food businesses in the restaurant, because they donated all the food, from the donuts, from the food for lunch and breakfast and dinner. It was unbelievable. And what I love is seeing the camaraderie from the veterans who came from all over the state of Illinois eating together, because they came in and put tents out there. These guys are from everywhere, and actually start remembering the camaraderie of military. And one event will always stick in my head is the lieutenant that was standing out there from communications at the wall. The Caucasian guy was sitting there and said every year they've been meeting with their troop that they were stationed together in Vietnam. And if one guy they could never find, they said, "I've been trying to find this guy forever, and we have our last one this year." And the guy said, "Lieutenant," he was standing right behind me. And they hadn't seen each other in 20-something years. He had never made none of the reunions. He made the next one, though. So even that one incident made it worth having an event. So again, thank you. Okay, can we get a motion to close public participation?
Before we go, I'd like to congratulate John and the great job that he's done on the
Public Works.
Public Works for the work that they've done out here in front of the Village Hall. You know, great job.
Yeah. Got a new look, a new direction. We're doing good. Can I get a motion to adjourn from the public participation?
I move that we adjourn from public participation.
Second.
Been moved by trustee Moore, second by trustee Ramsey to close public participation. All's in favor?
Aye.
We're closed. I want to thank everyone for coming out this evening. We're going to executive session. We will be coming back, but I assume you all may be gone. So I want to thank you for coming out this evening. Can I get a motion to go into executive session?
I move that we go into executive session.
Second.
Been moved by trustee Ramsey, second by trustee Grant to go into executive session. Roll call, please.
Trustee Grant.
Yes.
Trustee Moore.
Yes.
Trustee Ramsey.
Yes.
Trustee Reyes.
Yes.
Trustee Rogers.
Yes.
Trustee Slater. President Arnold.
Yes, we adjourn.
Leave this open. Come back out.